Well, she's running pretty good. I had some running issues, which I'll document in a different video. Something, one of those things that just drives you crazy for weeks and weeks. But anyway, this video is about this seat. And I've already done a little bit of pre-work. I did that other video where I talked about, I think this thing is supposed to be like horseback riding, where the springs back here, give you some push off, so that when you push off the floorboards, you can absorb the bumps, but you don't have to stand and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it sounded like I knew what I was talking about, or maybe it was a good hypothesis. But yeah, I'm an idiot, and the elders of the internet schooled me. And yes, you do, in fact, need the suit post for this thing to work correctly. It does have some adjustment at the bottom. There's a big spring, and then there's two washers to set not only the height of the post, but also the preload of the spring. So that, in tandem with these springs, which are definitely not strong enough to hold a person regardless of how you modify them, gives you a nice floaty seat. I don't want to say floaty. It's not like Cadillac. It's just, it definitely absorbs a lot. When you sit on it, there is an initial sag, so it comes down. You're already in the compression, but it's just really nice. The negative of it is, in a sidecar rig like this, you're sitting even higher, and you're on this, suspended architecture. So you do feel the turns a bit more because you're higher up in the air. So that I don't want to say it's disconcerting, but it's a different feel. You got to trust that the bike's not going to flip just because you're a couple inches higher. So anyway, I replaced the stock clevis pin, and there's a different style cotter pin. It goes through, or it sort of wraps around the edge and wraps around the post, or this seat. It was too complicated to take in and out quickly, or just not as user friendly. So I got one of these. I'll put the link in the description or the sizing. But now it pops in and out really easy. And the reason you want to make it easy is when you're adjusting it, you got these. Let's see. You got these 4 ratcheting teeth, and that'll decide the height, and to some degree some of the suspension, and so this is something you want to be able to access quickly, or reasonably quickly, without having to lift the pin, twist it around, and get it out. So this makes it super easy. Plus, now I can replace this at any automotive or hardware store. They're gonna have cotter pins, and similar clevis pins. So anyway, I was an idiot. The internet knew better, and this is the way it's supposed to be. It's not for sporty riding, because again, you're kind of floating, and there's going to be flex even in the architecture, so it's just not going to feel as planted as you would if you're flat on there. But it really is nice for these Rhode Island roads and whatnot. So other stuff coming up, fixed a issue that was causing some running issues, and going to be doing a little bit of restoration. I thought my badge here had come off, but if you look closely, it actually is still there. It almost looks like somebody polished it off to a degree. And then my reflector did come off. Let me show you the other side, which doesn't get the elements as much. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And this is what happens when you, I guess, are out in the elements, or whoever had a, polish brush went a little ham on it. So anyway, we don't make this, I don't want this to be a perfectly restored bike anyway. This is no, show queen, trailer queen. Hope this is helpful.